Several people, I see several people in your frame. If you could identify yourselves for the record, please.
Sure. My name's Andrew Elliott. I'm a landscape architect.
I'm Laura Swan. I am a civil engineer with SMMA.
And I am John Hart, civil engineer with SMMA.
John Hart, you said?
Correct.
My name is Carrie Marsh Dixon. I'm the executive secretary for the Boston Parks Commission. Max?
Hi, good morning. My name is Max Ford Diamond. I'm the tree warden for the city of Boston.
Todd?
I'm Todd Neustor. I'm the Director of Urban Forestry with the City of Boston Parks Department.
Jill?
Hi, Jill Zick. I'm the interim chief landscape architect for the Parks Department.
Okay. This is a request to remove one pear tree measuring 8 inches in diameter at 2164 Washington Street in Roxbury. If you'd like to start your presentation, please.
Sure.
Sure. First, let me describe the project. 2164 Washington Street is an existing building that will be transformed into a music school. It is a historic building, and so unfortunately has historic service lines. So as part of this project, we need to replace the existing sewer line, new sewer or new water and fire protection lines need to go in, as well as updating the system to infiltrate stormwater. So there's a lot of utilities that are going on in a very small amount of sidewalk space. Also, as part of this project, we want to bring this sidewalk area in front of the building up to an ADA standard. Right now it is over 2% crossfall. We want to come back with a solid section of concrete from the building out to the furnishing zone, which will be about 6 feet, more or less, depending on where you are in the building. And then have a 3-foot furnishing zone. So as part of our investigations, we looked at preserving the existing pear tree in front of the building and came to the conclusion that there will be too much disruption, too many utility lines in this narrow corridor to effectively preserve it well. And so we are proposing removing it and replacing it with a new approved species of tree. So I don't know, Andy, if you want to talk more about the construction process and.
Sure. The tree is, I can share my screen if you want to see a visual of the condition. Yep. Does it? I'll have to be enabled though before I can do that.
Yeah, you should be able, it's not allowing you just to request.
It says host disabled attendee screen sharing.
Why is this happening? It worked in the last one. I don't know why. It has the same settings. I'll be honest, I'm not the one that normally holds the Zoom hearing. Sorry. I just usually attend. And it says.
Let me try it again. Oh, now it's letting me do it.
Okay.
Should I do this? That one?
You just got yourself a new job, Max.
Zoom specialist.
So if I do this and then I bring up this, do you see a photo?
Yep. You're good.
Okay, there we go. Here's the sidewalk in question, and the tree is right behind the banner that says Nubian Square. Here's a view from Washington Street looking back at the building. You can see the trees right in front of the front door of the building and very close to the fire hydrant. Here's from the other direction looking down Washington Street. The tree itself it's fine. It's not structurally damaged or defective in any way, in my opinion. It's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I mean, not to mention the fact that it's actually a pear tree, which, is on the invasive species list. But there's just a lot going on around it. I can share the plan here. If you can see that, this is the plan view. The entire sidewalk is about 9 feet wide. And the current tree pit, I think is it 4 feet?
Yes.
4 feet, and it's got mulch in it. But as part of this project, we're replacing the brick pavement out there with in the pedestrian zone with cast in place concrete. And then at the furnishing zone, we're proposing to pave it with permeable brick pavers, which is in keeping with another project down the street that was approved a couple of years ago that has the same detail. So it'll be a continuation of that kind of transformation of the sidewalk in front of this property as well. Recognizing that that's kind of a small area for the tree to grow in, we're proposing the tree pit to be 3 feet wide by 8 feet. So it'll still be 24 square feet, but to also help give it more of a fighting chance, we're introducing a 12-foot wide zone around the tree that is sand-based structural soil, in addition to having sand-based structural soil underneath the permeable pavers to create a little bit more root zone there. I can show the section. I'll zoom in there so you can see it a little better. This is the proposed tree planting section. Since it's such a tight sidewalk and a small furnishing zone, we are proposing to use a subsurface tree anchoring system rather than having the tree stakes per the standard detail. The tree pit itself is also, we're proposing it to replace the mulch with a permeable resin-bound aggregate. So it'll be more of a solid surface, and this is to also help create a more navigable space for pedestrians between the building and the curb, which is pretty tight. There's no irrigation planned for this one tree, and the species we're proposing is right now we're proposing it to be a thornless honey locust. It's pretty tight for a honey locust, but we were asked to choose a tree from the medium to tall range and open to thinking about different trees that might have a narrower growth habit, but we can manage the tree as it grows in the site. There's honey locust just right in the property right next door to this as well. Mm-hmm. I think just to mention it again, one of the main concerns are disturbance to the existing root zone, which I do have a picture of. Somebody had conveniently dug out a little bit here in the existing tree pit. But the existing root zone, the sewer line is going, I think, 4 feet away from the trunk. So it's going to shear off all those roots, any roots that might be underneath the pavement. And the changing in grade is a little concerning too. We're actually resetting the curb as well to accommodate this, the accessible cross slope. So the accessibility aspect of this is it's in itself kind of detrimental to the tree, because in order to put in the new concrete pavement, we'll have to do excavation in the sidewalk to get down to the proper depth for the concrete. And in addition to changing the grade around the tree to make it be less than 2% cross slope. I think also too, you can see just from the fact that it's so close to the building, there's going to be a lot of facade work done on this building. And it's kind of very tough to imagine how that would happen with this tree in place and actually have it survive in a structurally good way. So it's just many reasons that it feels like it might be a better move to replace it with a non-invasive tree with a good detail, give it more of a zone for its roots, and allow it to maybe be a tree that might eventually get bigger and provide more shade relief for the street. So anybody else have anything to add?
I'll just add that the cross section that we're proposing to put back matches what Nubian Ascends is planning on putting on either side as they develop the empty lots to either side of 2164 Washington Street. So that's where we get the 3-foot furnishing zone from. And
Could you repeat the address for the project you're matching?
so on either side, Um, I don't think I have the address off the
Oh,
top of my
I'm sorry. I thought you just gave an address. You
I
said
thought-
Oh, on either side of 2164 Washington Street, which
Oh, I
is
see.
our project.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
I think the other ones might have addresses off of the side streets.
Okay.
Those are Boston redevelopment.
Those are Boston redevelopment projects. Yes. They're going to be new buildings, so they will have a little bit more of a setback. We did want to create as much of an accessible pathway as possible, given the sort of really tight nature of this site. As you can see, there's an electrical cabinet, a light pole, the tree pit, and a fire hydrant that are all immediately in front of the building. And we wanted to create just a really wide sidewalk.
As wide as we can
Yeah,
make
that's
it.
why we can make it.
6.5 feet.
Yeah.
All right. Is that the end of your presentation?
Yes.
All right. And could you please make sure that you've sent all this information to Max or I so that we have it for the record?
Sure.
Max, do you have anything you'd like to?
I'll just state, yeah, the reason we're having the tree hearing, of course, is because the pear tree is alive and healthy. We understand it is a invasive species as of last year. But yes, we still have to have a hearing because it's within the public right of way. I did not receive any letters of opposition from the public at the time of the hearing, and I also do not see any attendees in the waiting room. So I think at this point we can say that there is no opposition from the public to the removal of this tree. And my only comment is just that underground support system, the tree anchoring system. If you could use something that doesn't involve steel cable and wire to hold a tree into the ground, we would very much appreciate that. We have found that these anchoring systems do not allow a tree to get to maturity because they actually girdle the tree by the time the tree gets, as it gets larger, the steel cables that are the tree anchoring system actually girdle the trunk of the tree and unfortunately then, kill the tree. So if there is a different product that you could use, that would be greatly appreciated.
Okay. Thank you.
Todd,
I don't have any other questions.
Jill?
I guess is there any way to expand the area of the structural soil more than the 12 feet?
Well, 12 feet is the width of the sidewalk. So we're taking it from the curb all the way to the building.
Oh, I was talking about laterally.
Oh, laterally, it goes it's underneath all of the permeable pavement. It goes the entire length of the property.
I got it. Okay. I think I just misread the plan information then. Thank you for that clarification.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Anything else? All right, Max, do you want to?
Yeah. So yeah, now that everyone's done presenting, we're done with comments. So after this, we have 2 weeks from the end of 2 weeks from today, from the end of the hearing, to issue our letter of determination. Carrie Marsh Dixon will be the one who will be following up with that letter. If the removal of the trees if the tree is approved after the hearing, you as the proponent will need to pay for the value of the tree by sending a check to the Parks Department. Again, this will all be outlined in the letter that you receive from Carrie in 2 weeks. Once the check is received, we will issue you a notice to proceed to remove the tree. And then after construction, as you've said, if there is room within the public right-of-way to install a new tree, you can recoup some of the tree replacement bond cost, depending on the diameter of the tree that you install. And that tree will just have to be alive and healthy for 2 years after the tree is planted. And then you will ask us to recoup some of that value.
All right.
So yeah, do you have any other questions, or you guys good?
Okay, Max, my only concern or question is that it's only 10:46, and since it's a public hearing and
Yeah,
people have
I can stay
till the end of the hearing, we'll just keep the hearing. We can adjourn, or we can let you folks go if you have no further questions, but we'll just keep the hearing open in case any public members do show up.
So is a decision made now or?
No decision.
within
2
2
weeks. Yeah, you'll get the letter of determination 2 weeks from today.
That's by state law, just to be clear.
We're happy to stick around too if you want. Can be off camera or whatever. Just hang around until it's over if that's helpful.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. Yeah,
Okay.
we just have to keep it open until 11.
Sure.
Awesome. Thank
Will
you,
do.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think Jill and Todd, if you want to go, that's fine. We'll just stay until we've run out the clock.
Thank you very much for waiting. I'm going to take off.
Thank you both.
Yeah, me too. Thanks so
All right.
much.
Thank you.
Hi, Max. Just on the decision going forward, and we want to proceed with PIC. So we're wondering, there's a deadline today to file for the first hearing, which would be next Thursday, and then the hearing 2 weeks after that. So that would be 3 weeks out. Can we proceed with that at this point, or?
That's up to PIC whether they want to or not proceed to new business until they have a determination.
Okay.
So yeah, that is up to them. In some cases they do, some cases they don't.
Okay. I'm used to like conservation commissions where they make a decision at the hearing and then, they issue the decision, 2, 3 weeks later, but whereas there's not a definite decision now, that's why I was kind of wondering.
Yeah, so we just have to wait, and if there's no opposition to the removal of the tree from the public, then by state law we allow the tree to be removed. But we get 2 weeks to discuss with other agencies and partners, and the commissioner is the final say in the determination. So that's why we get that 2 week buffer. But if you want to go, talk to Todd Liming or whoever you're dealing with there at PSC, you're more than welcome to. You can tell them you had a hearing, and if that no one, as of right this second, no one has objected to it, then he can make that decision going forward.
Okay, well, that's helpful. I mean, we'll have your decision before that hearing in essentially 3 weeks, so.
I think, so we've been emailing back and forth with Ashley, and she said that as long as she hears from you that you're okay with it, she's okay to put this forward with the notice that the tree removal is pending for the
Okay,
first
I
hearing.
will.
Yeah.
I'll email her right now.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you, that's
Thank
very
you.
helpful. Our first time through this hearing as well.
All
so.
good. No problem. Hopefully it's easier than a conservation commission hearing. Thank you, everybody. We'll be concluding the hearing.
Thank you.